Hello and welcome back to another episode on the Minetopia Server, episode 7. And do you notice anything different? That's right, I have finally revealed my true self. I am a wizard. That's right, I'm a wizard. Or at least, I'm owning it. That's right, we're owning it this season. We live in a wizard tower, so we might as well be a wizard. Between episodes, I have finished up the terraforming out here. Let me go ahead and get some wings on so we can fly and have a look at this. You can see up here, we've got a nice little cliffside and some green trees growing over here. And we've built up some rocky hills going up to meet the cliff along the side here. And then down here you can see we have made ourselves a little boat fishing dock. And we've left our little fishing rod down here. It's a nice little spot to come and fish when we feel like fishing. So that's all done and ready to expand out and around the whole base area. I'm pretty stoked about how that turned out. It looks really, really nice. Got lights tucked in all over here, so it's all nice and bright at night. But today we're working on the central tower. That's right, it is time to get that project started, because I have a feeling this one is going to take a while. And it's going to be a ongoing thing. Probably going to build it up one layer at a time, like a layer cake. And what we want to do is we need to focus on forced perspective. Because if you notice, we're at 83 already. And build height is 256. So I think that gives us about 173 blocks worth of space to play with. And this is 40 blocks wide. And when you're building a tower, it's real important to maintain the not perspective. What am I trying to think? Ratio. So this bottom layer, like on these, the bottom layer is as tall as it is wide. So if this is 40, then that only leaves us, so many blocks for each layer. You see the way that I've done these, each layer here gets taller as it gets skinnier, because that makes it look like it's taller than it actually is, because it makes that perspective go up. When you're drawing a picture, you're making a long road, you kind of do this number that makes it look like it's going off into the distance and it's really, really long, even though it's just a short little drawing. That's what we're trying to accomplish here. Granted, this is going to be 173 blocks tall, so that is very, very tall, but we want it to look appropriately tall. So with the correct perspective. So each layer is going to reduce in circumference probably 5, maybe a little bit more, but it's also going to get a little bit taller. So I think it can fit 3, maybe 4 layers up here with that ratio going on. So this one is going to be 40 blocks tall and probably have a couple floors in it, each one being 20 blocks. I could probably fit a couple really nice, good-sized farms in here. Probably do a tree farm on the bottom, and then maybe pumpkins and melons and sugarcane on the next one. So, and then the one above that, we'll do some more stuff. But for now, we're going to focus on getting this one built. I'm going to rough it out in just stone, and then that way I can come back and ruin it. Be a little bit easier to ruin because I can ruin it from the inside, unlike these where I would have to scaffold from the outside all the way up and around, and it would just be really tedious and difficult. This one will be a little bit easier to do, so we can make the process a bit quicker by sketching it out in stone like we did the outside of the building, and then coming back and adding in our detail. So let me get all my stuff together and we can get started on this building. Okay, I've got my stone boxes all set. Got a bunch of stone here, a bunch of stone in my inventory. And I went out and I farmed up a little bit of blackstone and made some walls. And we've got our glass because I thought we'd add in some nice little blackstone wall accents here on these flat spots on each side, along with some glass in between, like some nice windows. So we'll probably build this up a few layers and then start adding in our windows that will continue up. So make a nice little accent stripe going all the way up the top. I think that will help with a vertical line will help with the height feel. So the last thing I want this to feel like is a squashed tower. That's what I'm really nervous about, because it can look really squashed and funny looking if you don't do it right. It'll just look like a giant fat tube, and I don't want that. I want this to taper up real nicely, just like these do. See how these have a nice taper to them as they go up, and they really feels absolutely massive. And they're only 80 blocks tall, but they feel like they go all the way up as far as you can go. So that's the look that I'm trying to achieve here. So, but this starts out really big, and we only have 173 blocks to go. Minecraft, get rid of the build height ceiling. That's ridiculous. We should be able to build as tall as we want. But anyway, so I think it's go ahead and fire up the time-lapse machine and get this central tower roughed in, and then we can come back and start detailing this thing and making it look super awesome. Let's go. I just finished doing all the detailing and ruining of the walls, and here I am, bouncing on my bed, contemplating life, as people do. And I will tell you, this took a lot longer than I thought it was going to. I probably should have just ruined it on the way up, because coming back afterwards and adding in all these blocks was a giant pain in the backside. So, lesson learned, next time we go up, I will ruin on the way up. It might take a little bit longer to do, but this took at least 3 times as long as it did to build the initial structure. So, let's head out here and have a look at what we've accomplished. And it's looking pretty sweet. And this is just the first layer of many to go all the way up to probably build height. That's probably where we're going to land, because we don't have that much room to play with between here and there. So yeah, this is going to be absolutely massive. And as I've been up there, bouncing on my bed, contemplating life choices, I have had an idea. See, I've been playing with the idea of opening another shop because, well, diamonds, you know, diamonds are good. Diamonds are always good to have. And while the dye shop is making some diamonds, it's a slow burn. I need something to kick things up a notch. And I had thought about opening up a redstone shop because, you know, I'm a wizard and we all know that redstone is magic. But then I remembered dispensers. And so I noped my way right out of that idea. But then I started looking at this space and it is 28 blocks tall, which means this is the perfect height and space for a tree farm. So that's what I think we're going to do. I think I'm going to build up that Mumbo tree farm machine. It's right there along that, starting on that edge of the wall coming out to here, and then in circles going all the way around it. We do built growing platforms, and we're going to build ourselves a tree farm. And then out in the shopping district, we're going to build ourselves a wand shop. Yep, a wand shop. Because a wand is basically just a small log, right? Right? They're small logs. They're little logs that you hold in your hand. So it just makes sense that we would sell logs as wands, right? 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 This works. Yep, this works. So we're going to do Neely's log wand shop out there in the shopping district. So I want to head out there and have a look around to see if we can find ourselves a spot. And we also have some other business to attend to out there in the shopping district. So I'm going to sleep real quick so we aren't attacked by anything as we head out to the mesa. And we're going to go find ourselves a spot and take care of some business that we need to take care of. Mainly dropping a block of diamonds onto the hardcore event that everybody has going on. So I think I have enough I can spare on that. So let's go do that. Let's take care of this invite that has been haunting us as we leave. Hey Tom, you doing everything? You doing okay? Keeping us safe? Alright, no mail. Alright. So let's head over this way. Craft ourselves up a diamond block. Put our name on it and officially enter this event. Don't know exactly when it's going to officially start. I think they've been waiting for more Minetopians to drop their names in the bucket. And I think it's going to be any day now, actually. Do they have... Come on, guys. Seriously? It's not a shop without an ender chest. It's not officially a shop without an ender chest. Let's get some ender chests out here. Now, I noticed somebody had built some ATMs around the shopping district, which is absolutely brilliant. I don't know who that was, but whoever they were, I thank you. I appreciate you. But seriously, ender chests in shops. Come on, people. So let's get our money out of our wallet. Let's head over here. Let's make ourselves a diamond block. Throw our name in the pot. And maybe we can survive through the first day. I mean, who knows? So I think we just put our name on it. And we put it inside this shulker box here. Here we go. We got our name on a diamond block. And we have officially entered the thing. So this pot's growing by the day. We got Lenny, T-Dot, Linksy, Karis, Pixie, but does not like it to PvP. Pixie, I'm right there with you. We'll see how this goes. And myself. So this is starting to look pretty sweet. We got some nice gear, some nice books, some shulkers. So, you know, we'll see how this ends up. I mean, we could get lucky. You never know. So let's look around. What I'm thinking for our wand shop is I want to build like a Harry Potter style row shop. You know, like one of those old looking, you know, London type shops that they're going to walk into. And there's going to be, you know, some chests with various logs types in there. And I know everybody's starting to get their storage systems built up, their bases built up. So wood is going to be needed. People are going to be after wood. And people are not going to want to farm that wood themselves. So hopefully I can do the farming for them. And they can just come and give me all their money and take it home with them. So maybe we stick it here, like kind of tucked away back here in behind the rocket shop where everybody shows up to buy their rockets, which, by the way, while I'm out here, I need to go shopping at myself because I am running out of rockets. So let's go spend some diamonds in here. This is Karas's rocket shop, and he's back from vacation, so that means we can spend some money. So it's 1 diamond for 2 stacks. So we're gonna get 2, 4, 6, 8 stacks, I guess. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So pop these in here, and that should do us for a couple days worth of flying. There we go. Problem solved. And what if we... This is nice. This is a big drop down here. We need to do some improvements out here. We definitely need to work on this terrain out this way. But I think this should be just the perfect size for our shop. Just right behind here. So I think if we maybe do about 2 here. So we're going to throw this border in here. Yep. There we go. And I hear a zombie, so that means there's probably a cave underneath us here somewhere, which might add to the ambience of this. And we're going to kind of see if we can outline ourselves a bit of a footprint. I didn't bring any signs with me, but hopefully this makes it look like somebody is planning to develop out here. I'll come back in just a little bit, throw a sign down so everybody knows what's going on here. And hopefully they're watching the video so they also know what's going on here. So yeah, I'm not doing a redstone shop. So if anybody wants to open up a redstone shop and play with dispensers, more power to you. That's not going to be me. We're playing with wood out here. So there we go. Alright, so I've got a little footprint tucked away back here. We'll call this, I don't know, Minetopian Alley or something along those lines, and throw in our log shop. May not actually need this much room because we're only going to have a chest for each log type. I'm not doing stripped. I'm not doing the full barked version. They can craft those up themselves. I'm just going to sell each type of wood that exists in the game in here. And hopefully that should be something that is in high demand and we can make some good money on it. So that means I need to go start planning out the tree farm because there's no point in opening a shop if we don't have anything to sell in it. So let's go back to the base and plan out how this tree farm is actually gonna look and how it's gonna work. So okay, we're back in our bottom level tower, and I'm thinking about the floor that I want to put in here. Now, I've mentioned before in my other series when I built my tree farm that I discovered that if you're going to do a tree farm, you want to make sure that you aren't using any wooden products inside that tree farm because leaves get stuck to it and they don't decay. And if you're using an efficiency 5 axe, then you just start chopping away at your building instead of the trees because, you know, it's just you're mindlessly harvesting stuff and eventually it's inevitable you're going to destroy the building at some point with your axe. So I like to use things that the axe won't naturally destroy while I'm in the building of this. Now, the other thing I'm not going to be able to do here is put in my minecart track underneath to collect all the saplings and stuff, so I will have to run around and collect those. But it is kind of a small enough space that that's not going to be too big of an issue, I think. And if it becomes an issue, then we can come up with another plan for collecting the saplings and stuff that get dropped. But I think that the tree farm, the machine, is going to come to about here, centered on that. So it's going to be kind of where that second flat spot comes to, out to about maybe here. And that means that we can arch our way around that in little archways of growing platforms or something. But with the floor, I want to brighten this area up. I want to make sure it's nice and bright. and doesn't feel claustrophobic. And yes, you see it there. You see it. I'm thinking of throwing some diorite, some polished diorite into the mix. So I'm thinking maybe a mixture of the different quartz blocks and some diorite just kind of tossed in there for some texture here and there, along with some glowstone in the floor as lighting. So I think that will go contrast nicely with what we have going on here, along with using podzol in with our growing mix. Why won't you go? Anyway, yeah, with podzol, it's because there's probably something in the background on my screen that's keeping me from clicking this, and if I click out of this, it's going to end the clip, so we're not going to mess with that. But yeah, with podzol in here, and the reason I like to use podzol is because, well, for one, as soon as you grow a spruce tree, it's going to turn to podzol anyway, and two, it doesn't disappear while a tree's growing on top of it, so it's never going to turn to dirt, so it's just always going to be podzol, and it has a nice brown color to it, just like the glowstone. So it's all going to work really nicely together, I think. So I'm going to get busy covering this floor and doing this floor design, and we'll probably start planning out and building up our tree farm between episodes, and hopefully by next episode we can get started planning out and building up our shop out in the shopping district, the Neely's Wizardy Wands, or something along those lines. You guys think of a good name. I need a good name for this shop. You guys are good at this, so help me out. What should we name our shop? But with that, I think that's probably going to be all the time we have for this episode. So I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you stick around for the next one. And if you liked what you saw, don't forget to leave a like. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. This has been Neely. Adios. Bye-bye.